When a dark elf falls in love with a druid, they break their clan's rules and started the end of all elves and fairy tale-like creatures. In the dark forest, where the sun's rays struggled to penetrate the thick canopy of leaves, lived the dark elves. They were a clan of warriors, fierce and proud, with skin like alabaster and eyes that shone like amethysts. Their magic was as potent as it was mysterious, feared by those who knew of its existence. Among them lived Amara, a warrior whose heart was as untamed as the forest itself. Her magic was as dark as the shadows that danced at the edge of the wood. Yet she was different from the rest. She questioned the clan's ways, the endless cycle of violence and revenge. She dreamed of a world where the elves could live in harmony with all creatures. One day, driven by an insatiable curiosity, Amara ventured beyond the familiar borders of her clan's territory. The further she went, the more the forest changed. The trees became taller, the air clearer, and the sounds of distant laughter replaced the eerie silence of her home. Then she saw him, Kaelin, a druid of the Whisperwood, a protector of nature and all living things. His skin was the color of sun-kissed wheat, his hair a flowing mane of emerald green, and his eyes were like pools of liquid gold, reflecting the wisdom of ages past. They met by a crystal, clear stream, and it was love at first sight, but their paths were as different as night and day. The druids lived in harmony with nature, while the dark elves thrived on its darkness. Yet love knows no bounds, no race, no creed, and soon their bond was unbreakable. Their love as radiant as the sun. When their love was discovered, the clan's fury was like a wildfire. The elders convened a meeting, their faces grim under the flickering torchlight. "She has betrayed our kind," they hissed. "Embrace the light and become a traitor." Amara's father, Torin, his face etched with the scars of countless battles, stepped forward. "She has brought shame to our clan," he roared, his voice echoing with power. "She must be punished." But Colin, for all his gentleness, had a fierce love for Amara. He would not stand by and watch as she was punished for loving him. With a heavy heart, he knew he had to take a stand. So he called upon the ancient magic of the druids, drawing upon the power of the earth and the spirits of the forest. A shield of pure white light erupted around Amara, enveloping her in its protective embrace. And then he spoke, his voice resonating with the strength of the ancient oaks. "I will not allow you to harm her. If you seek to touch her, you must first go through me." The battle that followed was one for the ages. The dark elves, masters of shadow magic, fought with the ferocity of cornered wolves. Their leader, Torin, dueled with Kaelin, their blades flashing like lightning in the dark. But the druids' power over the elements was too strong. Vines as thick as pythons ensnared the dark elves, and the warriors found themselves battling not only each other, but the very forces of nature. One by one, the dark elves fell, their shadows fading into the darkness. And when Torin fell, his amethyst eyes dull with defeat, Amara knew the time had come for her to make a choice. The clan's magic was fading, their numbers dwindling. She could feel the ancient power of the Whisperwood seeping into her veins, changing her, calling to her. She looked at Kaelin, his face streaked with dirt and blood, his golden eyes filled with love and concern, and she realized that her heart belonged to the light. With a tearful goodbye to her father's memory, Amara embraced the magic of the Whisperwood. Her skin lost its alabaster glow, becoming the color of rich mahogany. Her amethyst eyes softened to the gentle hues of twilight. No longer a dark elf, but something more, a guardian of the balance between light and dark, shadow and soul. The elves, sensing the disturbance in the forest, returned to find their clans scattered and their magic gone. The whisperwood had claimed them, and with it the fairy tale-like creatures of the elderwood, the unicorns, the phoenixes, the dragons, all drawn to Amara's new magic. And so the age of the elves and fairy tale-like creatures began, an age of balance, where the forces of light and darkness were kept in harmony. For in the end, it was love, not war, that had brought about this change, proving that even in the darkest of hearts, the seeds of light may grow.